Hi, hello everybody. Welcome in my vlog number 2 this year. And today, we are in the car doing this vlog because the vlog is entitled Behind the Steering Wheel of My Future. So I thought that the car and steering wheel is definitely something which I'd like to connect to the vlog which I can present in the car as a metaphor, of course. And what I like to raise today and share with you are definitely followed by my positive thinking, which I talked on previous vlog, my this time intentional thoughts, power thoughts, how I imagine to create Agile Future for my business. And definitely complaining doesn't really change it, right? We live still in difficult pandemic time, and but positive thinking, which I talked in previous vlog, is importantly helping to create the business reality which you imagine. So for me, this is really fascinating process. It's an agile process, and it's a great learning curve experience. And importantly, after, of course, year of struggles, this positive thinking driven, bringing intentional thoughts and presenting it today on YouTube, it's really important because this has to be spoken loud and presented actually to audience, to future customers, to future collaborators or present collaborators and LinkedIn network colleagues. But I wouldn't be scientist, and I am, of course, if I would not have some references what happened in the previous crisis, and what kind of thoughts other futurists are presenting. And I'm going to a little bit confront this and also give you some learning lessons from the previous crisis. So I picked up actually 3 articles. First article is actually from 2009 by Dan Shell, presented in Life Science Leader magazine, and the title is Future Life Sciences Challenges and Trends. And I think certain things are very similar to what is happening currently. So they describe push for reduced costs in life sciences, improved quality and increased remote access of healthcare. But also what has been noticed that globally governments and healthcare providers should have been, and I think still should be involved at more efficient spending of healthcare investments, focus on prevention, COVID focus programs, which is currently happening, but also early diagnosis and treatment, and definitely innovative financing, because 2009, I remind you, was also a year of a global crisis, economical crisis. And definitely similar to this crisis now, situation currently in many countries and globally is not sustainable. And we all wish that this situation also in life sciences and in general is sustainable. Another thing which is of course important focus, and then was already noticed, that in drug discovery, delivering better models for study, especially toxicity, addressing safety issues is very important, because apparently safety issues resulted in so many failures of clinical trials. I think it's still ongoing topic, and definitely regenerative medicine should be here also applied. Models in regenerative medicine should be developed in this case, in this area for these applications. So that is the article from 2009. And if I move now to the article from 2020, imagining how life sciences work will be done in the next normal, meaning this 2022, from McKinsey, pandemic apparently forced many changes in how life sciences work is done. And I think at the work floor level, that's quite noticeable. Also, luckily, what I was very happy about to see that others also noticed, the agility became important factor in the work in the work environment, but also patient and customer centricity. And if you think about digital interactions, of course, this became very much developed via Zoom and other platforms. However, this remote working, of course, reduced the time of traveling, of commuting, where you would think that productivity of employees will be higher, but at the same time it was compromised and resulted in isolation, in psychological issues, well-being issues, also burnouts, and we have to not forget erosion of work-life balance, since you sit at home and you work at home. And also even R&D leaders said that apparently productivity dropped by 25 to 75%, so quite a wide range, relating to here remote working. So this compromise well-being have good and bad sides. However, also when you look from the bottom-up approach, employees were saying, well, we also need to have some support in planning career progression in this digital, new for us, virtual world, business ecosystem. And I think this is still a hint for a good, I think, important observation for HR and coaches to develop such programs. And then the third article comes from actually Futurist from 2021, Uwan Davies, How Life Sciences Digital Future is Taking Shape, presented in Forbes. And definitely, of course, there is tapping of digital technology, adopting digital technology to transform work, to make work more efficient, more especially time efficient. However, what's important is also to bring this holistic change. And of course, role of artificial intelligence, automation, data analytics play also important role to drive decisions and innovations. And I think that's what I can agree with. And definitely, if you think about turning points, which is also indicated here, behind organization agility again, is to inject wellness in the core, I think, of a mission or a vision of each company. And I would also inject the word inclusion, because that's what is still not happening in this crisis teams, transformation teams. There's still a lower percentage of women and other minorities. Therefore, this talent is not fully covered. So this is something which I would also propagate for, not injecting wellness in the development plan, strategy goals, but also inclusion. And this also means, regarding what I would else inject, it's definitely a circular economy, to develop progress in circular economy and develop planet-friendly programs. Also in life sciences, we should think about how we can replace plastic, and how we can actually also build even circular laboratories. That's something which I think is also important word and intentional thoughts, how I would imagine also my future laboratory to be at least at some level circular, and working with stem cells and biomaterials oriented projects. So I think this is the future which I can imagine. these are my intentional thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you got inspired and learned something about that. I was very also surprised that checking analytics on YouTube, there is so many people which are still unsubscribed but listening to my vlogs. I'm really happy about that. So please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for that, and see you in the next vlog. Bye.